Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus pandemic update video. Starting off here like we always do with the CDC transmission map. As you can see, a majority of the country, 87.18%, is in a high level of transmission, with the highest being in the southeast states and the west coast states. The plains is the general mix between low and high. The northeast is the general mix between moderate and high transmission. Coming over to today's numbers. 130,894 cases have been added so far today. 473 new deaths added to the count today. Only 392,000 tests have been reported today. Remember, that does not include at-home tests. The hospitalization situation continues to get worse. 37,004 people are in the hospital. That is a one-day increase of 1,318. And this is after just having a 2,000 increase yesterday. So in 2 days, we've added 3,300 people to the hospital for coronavirus. ICUs are going up. 119 people have been added to the ICU, making a total of 4,225 people in the ICU. Percentage-wise, cases are rising in California, Arizona, the Pacific Northwestern states, some of the mid-Atlantic states. Ohio's rising. Pennsylvania is starting to rise somewhat. New York State here is saying 94%. I think that's a little bit overdone. And Connecticut's saying 79%, but mind you, they just had a change in the way they report, which is flowing the percentage on this map. Coming down here to today's cases. California does not report today. They may report again tomorrow. Texas had over 10,000 new cases today. Florida, 13,279 new cases. New York State had over 7,500 cases. More on New York State in a little bit. Illinois, 5,796 new cases. Ohio, this is a weekly number. Ohio reports this week that they had 18,838 new cases. That is a 9.4% increase over the previous number. Continuing down, South Carolina is a weekly number. They reported 13,733 cases today. That does represent a 24.7% increase over the previous week because of that BA.5 variant that we will discuss more about in a moment. Continuing down here, West Virginia is now up 24.7%. They reported 1,300 new cases today. I believe they still are on daily reportings. And additionally, Louisiana also reported 5,400 new cases today. And I think for weekly, yeah, there is another weekly one. And that would be Utah reported 6,872 new cases today. Continuing on to our variant proportion check. 53.6% of the cases are BA.5. BA.2.12.1 is 27.2%. BA.4 is 16.5%, and there are still 2.8% of the cases being the BA.2 variant. Coming over to check of Texas hospitalizations. Texas now has 2,850 people in the hospital. So that number is going up. Looking at the positivity in Texas, check this out. The Texas positivity is now at 29.14%. This number has been steadily rising since late March, early April. And at this rate, it is almost certain that Texas, state reported on their state dashboard, not Walgreens, is going to go over 30%. Probably within the coming days, maybe early next week. Coming over here to New York State, as reported, 7,526 new cases today. But look what also happened. Their positivity remained at 9.5% today, despite the higher cases. And this does not include the at-home test. So this is telling us that the situation in New York State is starting to get worse at a faster pace. We can come over here and look at the New York State hospitalizations. Today they report 2,255 hospitalizations. That's not terribly far off the spring wave peak, which was 2,724 hospitalizations. If we go back to the bottoming out from the winter wave when they hit the bottom, they were in the low 800s, almost at 800, And as you saw, it went all the way up to 2,724, so it went up about 1,900. So we can make the assumption here that if BA.5 is slightly more severe than the BA.2 variant, the hospitalizations are certainly going to continue to go up and maybe possibly double from where they are right now. Now, some people are saying, okay, hospitalizations are going up, but the cases aren't all that severe. We're just not seeing much change in the ICUs. They're staying flat. Okay, that's not true here. If we look at the ICU situation, on June 27th, there were 176 people in the ICU. Watch what happens as we go along. 28th, 186. And June 30th, 192. Let's fast forward up to today, 209 people in the ICU. So that number is starting to increase. Though it's not a rapid increase, it is increasing, and it's something that needs to be watched. If we go back to the spring wave, looks like the peak was around 254. Well, this go around we're already starting at 209, and we are certainly going to pass the peak of the ICUs for the spring wave in New York State. Taking a look at our charts here on Our World in Data, France is continuing to go straight up with cases. Germany is still going up somewhat. United Kingdom is now going straight up after a short drop. United States will start to go up soon, and we are still seeing an increase in India. Coming over here to the worldometers, we're going to look at some other areas. Here we go. India today reported 18,000 cases, Brazil 73,000, 161,000 in France, Italy 107,000 new cases today, Japan 44,000 new cases, Australia 43,000 new cases, and Mexico 31,000 new cases. Continuing down here, of note, Taiwan now added 31,000 new cases today, Iraq 4,700, Singapore reported another 9,000, New Zealand, 10,000 new cases today. And finally, Finland reported 12,000 new cases. Taking a look at the percentages for weekly trends, France still is 37% up week over week. Italy is 40% up week over week. So that is a slight slowing in France, but it's still positive from the previous week. Australia is 21% higher week over week. Germany is actually slightly down, so they may be peaking on their BA.5 wave. Give it a little bit more time. Not certain what's going on there just yet, but perhaps maybe some positive news out of Germany. Brazil only 2% up week over week. Japan is now 66%. That's a significant increase. Mexico 39% week over week, and Greece 25% week over week. Don't pay too much attention to this USA number because, again, these stupid at-home tests are just not reported. And that's really flawing our numbers. So while it's saying 20% under, we very well likely are probably up week over week. So I don't buy that number at all. South Korea is now 73% up week over week. New Zealand 47% up week over week. And check out Iraq. Iraq is now 93% higher from the previous week. As the previous week they had 13,000 cases. This week, so far in the last 7 days, they've reported 25,000 cases. Walgreens data did not update today, and the HHS did not update today, so we cannot look at that today. My daily reminders are the situation is going to continue to get worse. A lot of people now are just starting to test positive on the at-home test and the PCR test from the 4th of July holiday weekend. The numbers are going to start to reflect this in the coming weeks. We're going to start to see a significant increase. We already are seeing a significant increase in hospitalizations. This is going to continue in the coming weeks. We may not even see them drop all that much over the weekend. If we do, it's because of a lag in reporting. Continue to wear a high-quality N95 mask, social distance, and avoid large gatherings. Do not attend conventions, functions, anything of that matter. And stay safe. If you can stay home, that's a great option too. Alright, thanks for watching today's coronavirus pandemic update video. We will do another one tomorrow. Remember to hit like and subscribe button down below. Have a great night.